All right, let's see. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Friday edition. Hope everyone's had a good week. We made it to Friday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Emmett, thanks for popping that in there. You already know what I'm going to ask. Everybody, if you're returning to Dubb, please put a two in the chat. One if you're new to Dubb. If you can put a one in the chat if you're new, that would be awesome. Emmett, I know you're back. Dan, I know you're back. Let's see, Tramp, I know you're returning as well. Let's see. Gregory, let me come over to you. You can unmute yourself if you'd like to, if you want to say hi. How are you?
I'm good. I was part of Dubb probably 4.5 years ago for better part of a year, but I didn't really plug in. So I guess I'm returning, but I've been out for a long time. I just want to see what you guys have rolling. I saw it got your invite.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome back. What's your industry? What do you do?
I own an insurance agency.
Okay, very cool. So for you, use case, I guess prospecting, follow up. What would kind of be the use case for you?
I just like the ability to send video emails and short videos to post things to market and follow up with people.
Okay, perfect. And then, do you do any social posting at all too, Gregory?
I'm just starting. In fact, yesterday was the first day I posted.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we do some social. I'll show you the social strategy we recommend when we get to that point. The videos that you've recorded in the past, did you do webcam ones, mobile, screen recording? What did you kind of do?
Like screen recordings or what's the other one? Vimeo. But
Okay.
the agency, we want to record a bunch of videos for people. So I remember when I did it 4.5 years ago, it was quite easy and simple and pretty good quality. So I wanted to check it out before I move forward with figuring out which way I'm going to go.
No, that's cool. That's great. Yeah, we're going to cover so basically these trainings we do them, Monday through Friday. All the recordings are on YouTube support and I'll drop the link in there. So if you
Okay.
need to go back and Dub support on YouTube, if you need to go back and watch the trainings, the ones that are about 50 minutes, those are typically these. There's also short little ones that the editors take for different topics because when I cover the basics I'm going to run through now, just, the updates we've made and different strategy stuff. Sometimes the editors will take that, like if I'm talking about LinkedIn, they'll take the part of the live training and say how to reach out on LinkedIn, and that'll be its own like little 4 minute section. So it's a really good spot on YouTube Dub support if you want to check that out.
I would love that. I'd love the link. To be honest, I genuinely struggled with the technology 4.5 years ago, and
Yep.
that'll probably be the case today, but only going to learn if I try, right?
Well, hey, I tell you, the biggest thing is use case. So you said, reaching out. Just give me a little more meat on the bone there in terms of reaching out. Like, are these cold folks? Are they warm? Because I'll give you something specific.
Well, I'm recruiting, right?
Mhm.
I think I need to create a few recruiting videos with myself and my team,
Okay.
and I think it's kind of nice to respond to people that I'm working with a 1 minute video or a 45-second video,
Uh-huh.
rather than just always texting or sending an email.
Sure. So like kind of client communication.
Yeah, all of the above. I just like the idea of video. I prefer to click and watch and listen to a video, so
Mhm.
I think probably people do too.
Hey, listen, you're talking our language. So what I'll do is I'll show you the just when I show the types, just I'll explain kind of what they're used for, and then what you can do is when you watch the training back, this training will be on YouTube probably in a couple hours. Just what people usually do is they go back to that spot, like I want to know about how to exactly record that style, and then they'll do it. And then we have an email called feedback at Dub that we give to folks, and people are
Hmm.
sending over their stuff, which we really like. So feedback at Dub, I'll drop this in the chat. So if you're recording a type where it's a new kind of style or you're doing something, you
Right.
can always pretend that, we're like, I'm an agent that you're trying to recruit or it's a communication with a client and you want to test it out, we can always give you feedback.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And if you have any questions on the way, Greg, feel free to drop them in. We do some Q&A on the backside after we go through
Okay.
some stuff. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then anybody else, if you have any questions there, pop them in the chat. Ina from our team will be in a little bit to kind of go through them as we're making our way through. But for right now, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to hit the basics and go over some strategy stuff as well related to the different kinds of recording types that we have. And I think that's the biggest thing. So nobody gets tech overwhelmed. It's like, okay, what is the how am I going to use this thing and what's the use case for it? So with Dub in general. The big reminder is when you hit record, when you're recording with Dub, the first 3 seconds is going to be the animated video GIF preview. So whatever you're doing for the first 3 seconds when you hit record, no matter what way you record in Dub, that's what's going to show. You can, with editing with inside the platform, which I'll show in a little bit, you can slide to different parts of the video if you want the middle to be the animated GIF that shows the end. You can upload your own thumbnail, but those take a little bit of time to do that. So, if we're prepared, ready to go, it's more efficient to know what you're doing, hit record, and then you can just move on. The different styles that you can record, this one right here is recorded with the basic webcam inside of Dubb. I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. There's a little whiteboard feature where you can type a message. This style is really good for giving some really straightforward context. The name has always worked really well, so if you're introducing yourself to someone, but in terms of taking it a step further, if I was reaching one-on-one to Sarah, maybe there's a question or a statement or a fact that I'm going to have on that phone that's going to make her want to click. Whether it's cold, whether it's warm, I've already had a conversation with her, maybe it's an update. If it's a client communication like we were just talking about, what's the topic of the video? What's it about? Why should I click? And then this also can be one to many. So, like in real estate, if you're doing a newsletter and there's an update on the market and there's a change in the rate or insurance or coaching, whatever it is, what's the hook that can be said on this phone within, 5, 6 words right there? And what we typically do is we get on ChatGPT, say, give me 20 different hooks for this. This is my audience. This is the goal. And then make it short and witty, and you can kind of play with it. And then you can have that right there on the phone. So, and the last part is the movement to it. Because it's an animated GIF, just have a little bit of move. It could just be a little point like this, but just I wouldn't stay stiff the whole time back here. Just have some kind of movement to it and hold it, up long enough where someone can read it. You don't want to go too quick so they can't read it and then hold it right there. Um, Now, this style in recorded from the webcam, you can also do this style too, where you can have a virtual background behind you. So you can do one or the other, or you can combine both. So the profile behind, like, virtual background, the stuff that we've seen that's worked over the years are properties in real estate, market screenshots, coaching screenshots where there's maybe a course that you have that someone would be interested in, profiles like you see right here. It could be articles you want to share. It could be company websites that you're on. I could have done a combination here if I wanted to. I could have Sarah's profile behind me and hold up the phone and say, question for you, or have that context. So you can do a combination of both these things if you really want to get creative. Have a screenshot behind you and have that little phone right there with the question or statement about what's behind. So a lot of times, real estate, have the property behind you, have the property address, one fact about something like that. And then you also have a style that you can do where it's a screen recording. So this right here is the Dubb Chrome extension. It's browser based. So any website you want to pull up and you want to be on the screen, walking someone through something, making some statements about some stuff, this is a great way to visually be very clear about what you're showing. As you can see with the animated GIF here, it's pretty obvious. This is a market update. I'm pointing right at it. Now, you can also go a little bit deeper with a different screen recording that we have, which is this one right here. So we have another screen recorder called the Dubb desktop app. The desktop app is not beholden to the browser. So the Chrome that you just saw, that I just showed you, that's browser based. The desktop app is like a little drone that flies over anything on your desktop. It can record the entire desktop screen. It can go on top of a website, a video, a document, whatever you'd like. And you also can crop, which I'll show in a little bit. But that's what you're looking at right here. The desktop app, I took that same market update and I just cropped in closer on the page to be very specific about what I was going to show, which is I'm pointing at the median price and I'm pointing right at it. So that's a little bit more specific. This is really nice for the general, right? This looks really good. But if you want to get a little more specific, you're able to use the desktop app and really getting closer to something that you want to show. You also can do the Dubb mobile app with a picture-in-picture function that we have right here. So a lot of real estate folks like it because it can be out at properties and you use both phones on the camera. The only reason you're not seeing the background of the house behind me, you see in the color behind me here, is because when I recorded this, I went right out my window. So I had my phone here and I'm just recording directly out my window. So you want this when you use the picture-in-picture, you're going to be physically in the same space that you're in. So if I was standing in front of that house, you'd obviously see the outside behind me and everything there. That's why it looks like that. But if you're not in real estate and you want to use the picture in picture, you can do a walk and talk for a client. Maybe you want to show something on your computer in a different way. So you could physically take your phone, use the picture in picture, pull it up on your computer, and show someone's website or their profile. And it's just a different visual way of someone taking in what you're sending, which is more interesting than the normal just text-based stuff. So you can do some creative things like this. But regardless of the styles that you choose, when someone clicks on the video here, the animated GIF, they're going to be taken to the landing page. Now, as a reminder, we call these presets. That's what we call the landing pages, preset landing pages. And it's going to have a bunch of things here that are useful for the people that get it. So first one is it's going to have your logo over here to the left, a little image that pops up behind the video player, the video that you've recorded, and then playlist videos that are going to run right after the video that you've made. Now, the power of the playlist videos is it enables someone to not only get more information, but it enables you to not have to repeat yourself about what you do, and you can really focus on the person or the group in that initial video. Because what I can do is record a video one time, a minute, 2 minutes, basically my pitch video about why someone should work with me, right? My services, products, whatever it is, whatever the industry is. It's your pitch video. Record it once and have it as a playlist video that will automatically play after this video that you've created. Now, the initial video should definitely be focused on that person or the group, focused on that hook, and then it should immediately, as the video starts, get right into the information that you want to convey to the person for that value. And then, you can say, hey, click the guide below. I have something for you. Explain in the video that's the value, something that someone might not be aware of, but they're going to learn something, or, a point that you want to make. It's very specific to that person or group. And then at the end of the video, you want to be very demonstrative in terms of, hey, email me back, click below to book a time in my calendar. By the way, check out this next video to basically talk about me and my background and how I can work with you. And then it runs right into it. You also, if you have any video testimonials, that's really good to have in the playlist if you have them. If you don't have them, I'll explain in a second a more convenient way to get them for you and for the other person. But below these videos are your call to action buttons, your CTAs. So these are really important in terms of the next steps. So booking a time in a calendar, that's probably the number one button in sales. But you also can visit a website. You can download a document. You can check out a form that someone needs to fill out. So there's a lot of options down there that you can do so you can take an action. Now, if you want to get video testimonials, reply with video is great. So if I wanted to get a video testimonial from someone, send a video, have the reply with video button below. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, I would love to get a video testimonial from you. Guess what? It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. We don't need to meet in Zoom. All you have to do is click the reply with video button below and let me know, what did you enjoy about the platform or whatever questions you have. They send it back to you. You get a notification. And inside of Dubb in the video library, it says video replies. Take that video reply, add it to the playlist down here, and now you've got a really good closed loop here in terms of the initial video that really brings the value to that person or the group, followed by a pitch video that you record one time, followed by video testimonials, and there's not much more you need than that. And then over here to the right is the AI sales assistant, Sia. So we've had this for, I think, a little over a year now. And you don't have to have the AI on the page if you don't want to. It's just a button inside of Dubb. But if you do want it on there, we've had good feedback where you send someone a video, they get here on the landing page, and maybe they have questions. So over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs. They can ask the AI a question. The AI will give an answer and then push for the desired outcome that you would like, whether it's booking a time in the calendar, emailing you back, filling out a form, all the stuff we just talked about. It will push for that. The training on this we have is the education of the AI assistant. So the AI assistant is educated with inside Dubb, educated with website links, individual website pages. It will learn physically what's in text on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well, add your FAQs, and now you have a fully educated sales assistant right on the page for the audience and the reason for the outreach that can really help you close the deals. Now, in general, these pages, these landing pages presets, you should have them speak to different parts of your audience. If I was in coaching and consulting and I worked with, say, tech and healthcare, I would want a preset landing page for tech and a preset landing page for healthcare. Real estate, buyers, sellers. Insurance, different kinds of insurance, life and whatever. Mortgages, FHA, veteran loans. You can split everything up to segment the audience to speak directly to them, because what you can do is set up these AI assistants so they know specifically about the people you're reaching out to and the either products and services related to those, and it's right there on the page. And when you're on a paid plan, and most folks, people in here, have had Dubb, you should have had your optimization set up. If you haven't, reach out to the team. That's where you subscribe, and we get your account all set up with the pages and the buttons and everything you need. And all of this is obviously tracked. So you're going to know, did they click on the email? Did they land on the page? Did they click on any buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did watch the video, what's the watch rate? What's the percentage? Which can really help you with follow-up because you'll know what they've consumed and know what they didn't consume, which is really important. Now, this style right here, how do we record this? And how do we record this? So there are a couple cool ways you can do this. So inside the Dubb platform, if we come inside here, you're going to click the red camera icon. It sits right up here at the top. That's where you can either upload a video into the platform, like I could click upload right here and upload a video into Dubb, or I can record right from my webcam right here. Now, the virtual background, if I want to put that behind me, all I have to do is go below, select virtual background. We have some stock ones down here, but I figure if you can have something behind you, why not make it meaningful? So you can upload screenshots into here, and then it creates a little library for you where they can be articles, people's profiles, properties in real estate, websites, whatever it is. Choose what you want and then put it behind you. And now it's much more meaningful to the viewer. And again, you can hold the phone up in here too if you want to do a combination, which I'll show in a second. But when you're doing these for the virtual background, make sure you have a good front light, whether it's natural or a ring light. Don't bring your arms out into here because they're going to disappear. So they'll be in the soup. Keep them right within here. T-Rex dinosaur arms right in here. Do all your action. And then if you want to do the phone that you saw with this, oh, by the way, for the virtual background, it's good if you don't have anything behind you. If it's a blank wall, it doesn't mess with any of the stuff that's behind you. If you do have stuff behind you, just try to pump up the light in the front as much as you can. So for the phone, where you saw the name that I was showing earlier, you would get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you do get it, this is what this would look like. So Dubb mobile app, this button right up here at the top, square with the little person in the corner, that's going to be where you type, which is right there. And then all you were doing was just typing the message before. We talked about with the hook or the name or whatever it is, turn it, and then it's ready to go, just like this. And then down over here, you got some framing options if you want to zoom in, if you want to back up. And then also, if you want to use a teleprompter, we have it across all the recording text. So you can click right up into here, go right to scripting within the Dubb platform to create or copy and paste the script. You can choose from scripts that are already here, and you can search for a script by name that's saved into the platform. This is the speed you can adjust. This is the play button. See if you like that speed. Then you can back the text off or you can zoom it in. Now, when I record, you're going to notice a 3, 2, 1 countdown, but this is where you put it all together. So I go like this, hit record. Here's my countdown, and it would look like this. Hey, John, what's going on? It's Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop if I want to take a break, click it again. There are a number of aspects to Dubb. There is the recording of videos, the customization and professionally packaging of those videos. I can pause again. And then if I want to delete, red X, it'll ask you if you're sure. And if you want to save this into the Dubb platform, it's the blue check mark right here. And to close the teleprompter, tap it right there to close it. So this is a great way to reach out, follow up, be very straightforward in terms of what you're giving for context behind you or in front of you on the phone, or a combination of both. So I'm going to click the button here to save this into the platform. And any video that you save into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform. When you are here, you can do a number of things now. So I'm just going to go to my video library and choose a different video just because that one's going to take a little bit to transcode. But when you have the video in here, you can change the video title internally up here at the top. You can download the MP4 version of the video. So any video you save into Dubb or record and save in here, you have an MP4 version raw file you can download. You also have a drop-down menu for other preset landing pages. Because remember how I talked about before, you want different landing pages for different parts of your audience? They're all listed right here. So I can change the landing page to something else if I want to change it to something else. I also can upload this directly to YouTube if I have that set up within Dubb as well. I can preview this page all the way to the right, this little button here. I can click it here and I can say, okay, great. My page looks good. My button's where I want. I got the playlist videos I want. My AI assistant set up. Perfect. And every video also has a QR code. So if you do any kind of physical mailing and or you're at an event, a live event, or you're doing an open house in real estate, why not have a video pre-recorded, ready to go, that's ready to go on there? It's pretty effective. So think about that in terms of your physical or in-person stuff. And then on this page here, you have analytics. So over here, like we talked about earlier for tracking, it says no activity yet because we didn't send this anywhere. But when you click the type over here, you can really drill down on information that you want to get. Did anyone click? Did they watch? Did they view the page? All kinds of stuff you can really get specific with. And then over here to the left, you have Kyra, which is our AI video coach. So when you record a video, all you have to do is click generate, and it's going to give you feedback from a non-biased source, obviously. Well, it shouldn't be biased on the video that you recorded. So it's going to talk about your cadence. Are you being repetitive? Are you using filler words? How's your effectiveness in terms of positivity, persuasiveness, empathy? All these different things that kind of come together when you're making these videos that you might not be aware of. Repetitiveness in sales is okay a little bit. You kind of have to repeat some things to kind of hammer home a point. So take that with a grain of salt. But this would be the feedback here. You get content feedback. See how it talks about it all right in here. And then you also get visual feedback right in here for framing, facial expression, lighting, all of that here. And then you get your delivery analysis right down here. So you can get all of that right away just by clicking generate after you record a video. You also have a details tab. So on this video here, it's going to remind me, hey, Rob, these are the buttons you have on the page. This is the sales assistant you have on the page. These are the playlist videos on the page. And I can change, add, or delete any of these right now. Now, if I did send this to someone, I still can make some changes and it will retroactively change on their side when it refreshes. You also have an editing tab. So any video you save into Dubb or you record and save into Dubb, you can do this. You can hit the play button. Hey, this is Rob. And then you can drag your timeline here to the first cut point. Let's say you want to cut something out. I'm going to drag it here or play it to here. Then I'm going to select the scissor icon, which is just going to split our clips into two pieces. And then all I have to do is drag this to my second cut point. Let's just say it's right there. Scissors. Now you've got three pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange, trash can, and it's gone. And if you want to bring these back, just undo, 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 and you are right back to the beginning. You even can replace a video if you want to as well. Then this tab right here is our design tab. So like I mentioned in the beginning, when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is that animated GIF, but you can take the slider and move it to a different part of the video if you want another part to be that animated GIF in the beginning. Or you can upload your thumbnail. So it's totally up to you. Now, we recorded that video. We have it on a nice preset landing page. Now we just want to send it. We want to send it out. So how would we send this out? So what we do is we come over to our email here. We go to our compose. We always want to have the word video in the subject line. It's rare that you see it. It's someday when I say this, it won't be the fact anymore. It'll be more rare. I mean, more common, but not yet. And then you want to have your hook here that's kind of related to the hook that we talked about within the visual of the animated GIF, similar to it. A little bit of text in here in terms of why they should watch the video. And then you got a couple options here. So this little button down here at the bottom, this is a shortcut button. In Gmail, it's down here, and Outlook 365 is off to the right in add-ins. And the reason this button is here is because we have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top. Remember, that was this one right here. The Dubb Chrome extension records videos like this that are browser-based. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, and it's like a three-step process to pin this up here, and you log in, this little button is going to show up here at the bottom. So when I click this, I can record a video right here from inside my email. Remember how we recorded the video with the phone? I can do all of that right here, record it right now as a webcam video and drop it right in if I want to do that. I also can turn my camera off and I can choose a video from my library that I want to add in here. All I have to do is scroll or look for it by name. There it is right there. I can click advanced options, put the email in for tracking, drop a little personalization text in there, and all I have to do is just click here, drops it right in, and it's ready to go. I also can add a video from inside the Dubb platform. So within here, any video that you click on from your video library, just click the big blue share and send button right over here. Again, put the email in of that person you're sending it to get that tracking. Add a little personalization text at the top if you want to. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste, just like this. And it drops it right in like that. Now, if we're going to record a video that looks like this for a screen recording of a browser website, what would that be like? Well, any site that you want to share. So if I want to reach out, say over here on LinkedIn, as an example, I'm going to open up my Chrome extension up here at the top. I'm going to choose my tab option right here. Tab is a nice clean cut of this page. It won't show any of the tabs at the top. I could go screen if I wanted to and get my whole computer screen if you want to bounce around between tabs, but I like tab just for a nice focused view on what you want to show. Now you have some options here. You have an annotation tool right over here to the left that I'm going to use in a minute to show you. You have a teleprompter option, just like we saw before. So you can select your teleprompter and you can back your text off. You can zoom it in. You have the same scroll option that you saw before with the teleprompter and the webcam. This one's a little different because you can grab the sides like this, and you also can physically move this wherever you want to. So I'm going to put it towards the top on the camera. The only thing here with the Chrome extension, because it's browser based, if you are going to use the teleprompter, you don't want to go full screen because if you do, it's gone. I can't get to it to click on it. So you want to leave a little bit of space when you're using this thing where if I'm going to hit record, I hit record and then I tap it to bring it forward. Now, as far as the bubble itself here, when you're doing these sites, like whether it was a market update, company website, article, in this case, LinkedIn, you want to think about shape, size, and placement. So for this, I'm not going to go this shape, or I'm not going to go this shape, or I'm not going to go this shape. I'm going to go circle because Ruben's in a circle. I also can zoom myself in for a tighter frame. I can back myself up if I want to. I can physically move in here for a better frame. I can drag the side here and make me bigger or smaller for a custom size. Again, I wouldn't go too big here because you're covering his profile. I'd probably go about this. And placement, where would I want to go? I want to go right next to him, right here. Now you also can add a virtual background behind you. So if you go over here to the right, see where it says virtual background? I can add a virtual background inside the bubble here if I wanted to, just like we did before. I also can just turn my webcam off. If you already know the client and you're doing a client com video, maybe you don't want to be on camera. You also can use your headshot if you want to use your headshot as well. So it really depends on who you're talking to and what that really entails. But for first meeting someone and prospecting aspect of it, it's great to be live. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you an example of what this looks like. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is right there. I'm going to click share. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and it would be like this. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I saw your profile here on LinkedIn, and I wanted to reach out to you because I have some really important questions for you. So I did my whole wave and my point, my 3 seconds. I could even knock on his bubble, something fun like that. And then you can jump to full screen to make points on things. To jump to full screen, you can do it in a few ways. One, you can hover over your bubble with your mouse, double click the page to go back. You also can select the box down at the bottom. So it's expand webcam. Brings you here. Click it again to go back. But jumping to full screen is really cool to break the visuals. It makes it more of a dynamic video, and you can really make your point about something. Take control of the video, the page. They listen to what you're saying, they go right back to the page. And then the annotations are really great to use. So you can point things out here. You can do some text on screen if you'd like to. You also can put things in numerical order of importance that you're pointing out. Maybe you're walking someone through on how to do something. You can underline, you can circle, you can do some drawing on the screen if you'd like to. And all of the annotations are going to stay where they're supposed to stay. So if I want to continue down and keep talking and moving and doing some other stuff, they're not going to follow me down the page. And then if you want to delete them, just click the trash can down to the bottom left and they're gone. You also can pause the video down here. So, don't feel like you have to keep going all the way through. Take a break, just hit pause, and when you're ready to go again, click resume. So if you're thinking about reaching out on LinkedIn, if you're thinking about sharing anything that's browser based, where you want to walk someone through something, this is a really nice way to do it in a very orderly fashion. And then if I wanted to save the video again, check mark, save the video, and it's going to take me right into the video edit page like we did before. Again, any video you save, you're going to land on the video edit page once it's inside the platform, like it is right here. Now, if I wanted to share that video with Ruben that I recorded, I definitely want to connect with him first. So I'll send him a little connector message first. Try to send a video with a connector request. They might not watch it, it only shows up as a link. You want them to see that nice GIF. Most people do connect. So connect with them here, then click the message button down here at the bottom. And then the little Dubb button that we just saw earlier in Gmail and Outlook, that will show up here because we have the integration with LinkedIn. So when you select this button, hey, there's my video right there. Just scroll here, click insert, and then you could even change this text to something specific like this, whatever you want to type. Click send, and then Ruben will see that nice animated video GIF preview that looks way better than what anyone else is sending. in terms of just text-based stuff that they get in their message inbox. Now, the other screen recorder that we have is the Dubb desktop app. So the desktop app is this one that we were looking at before, right here, where you can do a bunch of stuff to get really specific. So I'll show you what that looks like now. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app, and then let me make sure my controls are on so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Give me 1 second. I was just using this yesterday. Let's see, show controls. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So you get Dubb desktop app. You'll have the D up there at the top on a Mac. I think it's down the bottom on a PC. Click view quick menu. It looks just like this. I'm going to click record screen so you can see the differences and similarities in terms of what we just saw. Similarities, webcam. You can do all the same stuff. Just the directions are in different spots, like they're down at the bottom here. Shape, size, all the stuff we looked at, you can still do. The annotation tool that you have with the desktop app, it can do all the stuff you just saw. The only difference is with the desktop app, the annotations do not stay sticky when you use them. So you want to show it, delete them, and move on when you're using them. You also have a teleprompter. Now, the teleprompter here is similar to the one you just saw in the Chrome where you can move it around, but you have another option here. So when you decide on a script, you can select auto track. So that's voice recognition. So if I hit record now and I start reading through the script, it's going to move as I go at my pace. Now, if I don't want to do that and I want the scroll option like we saw with the other teleprompters, all I have to do is click this closed, and now I have the scroll option that we saw before. So it's really just a choice. Do you want to scroll or do you want to use voice recognition? So it's a choice you have with the desktop app. Now, another major difference here is this. So right over here, there's a red slash in the little box down here. That means if I hit the record button right now, it will get my entire desktop screen. If I get rid of this red slash, now I have a drop down of choices that I can choose from. So custom is really cool because custom gives you the ability to crop around anything that you want to crop around. And that example that I showed you with the real estate market update, that was me cropping around a certain specific part of the site. So it'll be closer and more focused on what I want to show. So you have the ability to do that on top of a Canvas slide, video, website, document, whatever you want. You also have the ability to go landscape if I want to go YouTube orientation, and I can also go 9:16 for portrait if I want to do a social video right from my desktop, put this on top of anything that you'd like, and that's really convenient as well. Now, when I hit record here, here's another big difference. Here I go, 3, 2, 1, I'm recording. I can pause and resume like I did before. That's great. The difference is the check mark. Normally, like we just saw, when you click the check mark, it saves the video into Dubb. Not right here with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it means you've just completed recording a clip. The desktop app records in clips. So what we're going to do is record a bunch of clips, merge them together into one video, and then you upload it into the platform. Clip recording is a neat way to tell a story because you can drag and drop any MP4 video and make it part of what you're doing just by selecting this here. Now, what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. How would I keep going now that I just did that? Well, down at the bottom left, you have 3 creative options to keep going. The first one here to the left is record screen video, which is what I just did. So if I want to go back to where I was and do another clip, click that button. It takes me right back to here, hit record, and now I'm right back where I was, either on top of a website, a document, video, whatever it is, and I'm recording in the same style. Click the check mark when you're done, and there is the second clip. Now, these clips can be moved around in any order that you'd like, which is convenient. You don't have to record from A to Z. You can move around. You also can tap here and you can download or delete each individual clip. So if you like one, keep it. You don't like the other one, get rid of it. Now, the other option down here is the webcam icon in the middle. So if I click this button here, now I'm going to be recording a webcam clip. Maybe I want to specifically talk about something really important. Forget everything else. I want to talk directly to the camera. Maybe it's the end of the video where I want them to click. Maybe it's the opening. You have some choices here that are different visually. Hit the save, and there it is right there. It looks like I'm making a really important point. And then the last one here is Dubb narrator, or I'm interrupting someone, or I look like Robert De Niro trying to make a point. The last one here is Dubb narrator. So narrator is where you can play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble. So I do this a lot for our YouTube stuff, where I'll pre-record what I want to say with the teleprompter, and then I'll take that bubble or square, whatever the shape is, and I'll put it on top of a website, doc, video, everything we just mentioned. so you don't have to multitask. I know what I'm saying, so I know where I'm going to scroll and click and point things out. So it kind of alleviates some of the pressure of having to multitask. It can also be a pre-recorded video of someone else or some other video that you want to put on top of something. So when I select the button here, record narrator video, it's going to take me to my video library. Let's just say I'll grab this one right here. And then all I have to do is put this on top of wherever I want to put it. I'll hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hey, John, what's going on? Listen, I want to send you this quick video, and you can pause and resume, hit the check mark, and you got the clip. And then when you're ready to combine all of these at the end into that one video, click the edit button all the way to the right. It's going to merge everything together. And then you even have an editor, just like the one we saw inside the platform, where you can edit right in here. You also have a little smart cut button where you can take the silences out, which are in pink in here, if you want a tighter cut, depending on the style that you want, the style of your videos. Do you want to have a tighter cut or do you want to let it breathe? It's totally up to you. Then you can download the MP4 right over here if you want to right now, and then you can upload it into the platform. If I'm doing a lot of clips, like if I have a bunch of clips in there, I definitely want to download the MP4 first in case it doesn't go through. So if it's a longer one, a lot of clips, download the MP4 first, then upload it into Dubb. That's what I would do. And then the last recording option we're going to look at is going to be the mobile app. The mobile app is very similar to the desktop app in the fact that it's a clip recorder, and it also does some other stuff as well. So if you haven't used the Dubb mobile app yet, it's really good for different visuals, whether you want to go vertical, horizontal. It's a different visual way to communicate with your clients or prospects. And if they're used to seeing you in one way, why not send them a video in a little different ratio? Now to record a video here with the mobile app, we're going to click our blue camera icon at the bottom, and it's going to open up our camera. When it opens up, you're going to notice some options here. First off, it's going to be defaulted for a minute. You have specific timers down here. I always slide mine to 10, so it's out of the way. It doesn't cut me off. To record, I'm going to tap the circle, and now I'm recording. Timer in my eye line, timer down here on the button. I'm going to tap it again. There is the clip that I've just recorded. Again, just like the desktop app, clip recorder. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in case I need it. I also, let me record one more clip just so we have a couple in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. So there's my second clip. And now that I have these two clips, I can physically move them around wherever I want to. So I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide. So similar to the desktop app, I don't have to record in order. I can move them around. And if you tap a clip individually with your finger, you can delete, trim, or edit. And if I do select the edit button, I can download, I can put in here music. We have a whole library of royalty-free music. Just to make sure the levels are right for where you're trying to talk. The music is pretty low, so it doesn't overwhelm you. You can add text on the screen here. We said hi, John before, and we had the hook that we talked about. You can add text directly on the screen here, move it around, pinch it, put it above, put it below, different font and color. You also can do a voiceover if you want to do a voiceover on this clip, or you can do a voiceover at the end if you want to. And you can speed up the action within this clip as well. Now, these icons over here to the right are important. The top one is going to flip the camera around and record what's in front of you before you hit record. This one right here is a countdown timer. This is going to give you 3 or 10 seconds. I always go 3 because it matches everywhere else in Dubb. Everywhere else you got a 3, 2, 1. And why not make it the same here so you get used to the timing and the cadence of it? Now, this one right here we just added. This is for video stabilization. So if you don't want that horror movie look where you're kind of moving around, shaky cam, if you don't want that, select one of these. I'll go medium just as an example, but just a note, when you do this, when I'm talking right now, it's a little bit behind. So I'm watching myself, but it's behind when I'm talking this, the timing. That's totally normal. It means it's working. When I hit record here, this is what it would be like. All right, so here I go. I'm moving the phone a little bit so we can see how much it stabilizes it. Here we go. I'm going to hit the button again to stop. There's our clip. I'm going to play it. All right, so here I go. I'm moving the phone a little bit so we can see how much it stabilizes it. Here we go. Much better. So it looks like a little gimbal that you're using or whatever. And then I would always turn it off before you continue with other stuff, and then it'll bring you right back to normal movement like this. If you want to use the teleprompter, this one right here, it's going to open up. We'll grab the script that we did before. And the great thing about the teleprompter is that you can do it vertical, landscape, whatever way you want to do it. You have your speed like you saw before. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed. You also can hit the pencil icon if you want to make any changes. And if your eyes are not staying at the top, like they're not staying where they're supposed to stay and they're wandering down here, use the guardrails and slide this up. Now your eyes aren't going to wander. They're going to stay right where they should be, right at the top, if that's an issue. And then you also can do voice recognition. So I can select this little gear icon here, select auto track like we did with the desktop app, hit record, and now you're going to notice it highlights as I read it. Want to get more responses from your prospects? Are you looking to close more deals? Is your sales pipeline drying up? Are you tired of having your sales emails and phone calls get ignored? It's a lot of questions. And if you can switch it to whatever one you want there, either auto scroll or auto track, and then select the button at the top right, that closes it. If you ever want to add a video to your queue down here from your phone, maybe you recorded something outside of the app, but you want to add it now, go to the folder button here. It brings you to your photo video area. Find the video you want on your phone, click add clips, and it will drop it right down into here. If you want to record your screen, it's this icon right here. If you want filters, this one. You can do skin smoothing, you can do black and white, all kinds of different effects you can have right down in here. If you want to use picture in picture, the one we showed in the beginning, it's this one right here. Select this button. Now I can show what's in front of me. I can move myself around. I can zoom myself in, make myself bigger, smaller, pinch the background, whatever you want to do with that. And then you also have the virtual background down here at the bottom. So the virtual background, you click here and you can add, select the photo from your video library and you got it right here in the back and then frame it however you want to frame it. And you have the ability to do that. Then when you're done, when you're ready to merge all these clips together, click the button to the top right. That's going to merge all your clips into one. You're going to have the finished copy on your phone when you're done. And then you're able to upload it into the platform with the blue upload button. You can even add in burned captions if you want to add in burning captions there as well. Now, as far as the platform itself in terms of other stuff, so we saw that it had the AI sales assistant on the page, but you also have an AI writer on the page as well. So when you're in your dashboard, if you look at this here, when you're in your Dubb account, you can come right in here to the dashboard and use an AI writer called Ira right here. And the little difference that we have in here is we have a profile feature over here to the right that's pretty neat. So when you click this here, you can set up profiles for your audience. So like we talked about with the landing pages, how you want the landing pages to speak to different parts of your audience, you can do the same thing here. So if I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, let's take that easy split. I would set up a profile for sellers. Just start answering the questions in here that the AI has. And the AI will learn about this part of your audience. You can choose a preferred tone of communication. You even can choose a writing structure for this. We call it the have method because we always talk about opening with a hook. So we'll include that here. It will also address their needs, provide the value that we talked about, and extend a compelling call to action. Click save. And now you just decide what part of my audience am I going to work on? Select the one you want. Come down here, choose a prompt. Say my video is the best for closing sales. Choose your length, hit submit. And now Ira is going to give us some copy back with that structure that should be in place with the have structure. And then I can have it read back to me with an AI voice if I want to. I can copy to a clipboard. I can import this directly into scripts inside of the Dubb platform, and then I can load it into a teleprompter and deliver the content. We do that all the time. I can import this to a voice video. So if I didn't want to be on camera one day and I didn't want to use my voice, but I wanted to send something a little more impactful than just a text-based message, I could upload a photo over here to the right, choose an AI voice down here, and when I send this out, the animated GIF would be the image and a little waveform that would kind of move across the screen and repeat every 3 seconds. Almost looks like a futuristic kind of voicemail. And then if you want to import this to an avatar video, you can select it here. We have a whole library of avatars that are pre-created that you can choose from, or you can create your own right here, choose the voice. It takes a little bit of time to create it, but you'll get an email notification when it's ready to go. You can download the asset, you can use them in email campaigns, or you can use the avatars if you want to walk someone through a screen recording instead of yourself. So it really depends on how you want to use it, but you do have those options. You also have Auto here in the dashboard up here to the right. If you click this here, Auto, you can ask Auto any questions you'd like in here. They can be related to Dubb, like, hey, how do I use the desktop app? But it can also be strategy stuff where you're like, hey, what are the 5 best videos to make? I'm in recruitment. What do those look like? It'll give you that advice. It gives you links as well. It also can create tasks for you, and it can add contacts into your contacts. Now, if you don't have a CRM, you can use Dubb as a CRM. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file, task deals, tags. You can do campaigns. You even have automation available as part of our Pro Plus plan that we do. Lastly, if you're not aware of our partner program, it's down over here to the right under Be a Partner. All you have to do is click Apply Now. Creates a nice little referral link for you here, and we do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb. So, and we're really supportive of the partners. So if you're on a paid plan, you get 4 or 5 people, you get a free account. So if you ever get a group of people together, like in a Zoom or something, let the team know, and let me know whatever. I can always come in and pitch for you to try to get you paid on it. So. Okay, so let's see. Any questions in here? I don't see anything there. Gregory, we chatted at the top, so I'm going to come back over to you really quick. I would just watch the recording back when it's up on YouTube. Go to the spots you want to see. But anything on your mind, Gregory?
No, but I was hoping for an easy button, but no, it does. You've advanced it quite a bit in 4 years, I see.
Yeah, I would say your easy button. It's always the use case. So you mentioned recruiting other agents, right?
Mhm.
So you could either do a screen recording where you're in the bubble in there and you're on your site, and maybe you have the part of your site where it talks about, do you have a part of your site that talks about agents, like new agents?
I'm working on it.
Okay, so when you have that, be in the bubble with the screen recorder we talked about, point right at it, and then that's a visual you could use. Or
Mhm.
you can record from the webcam, grab the phone like we saw, and say, looking for a few good agents or something creative like that. So
Right.
the easy in quote button would be use the tech that would be for that. So I think, in just my opinion, screen recorder, that's one, webcam two, holding the phone. So I would just focus on those two.
Okay.
Because there's lots of bells and whistles, like you just saw. We do a lot of stuff, but I
Right.
would focus on those two things, and that way you don't have to worry about the other stuff.
Okay. I will be reaching out before long. I'm in.
Great. Hey, we're here. So,
Okay.
so let us know. Use that email, feedback at Dubb. It's really good. Like if you send it over to us, we will give you feedback if you want it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. And then let's see, Emmett. I saw. See, thanks. I learn more every time. Thanks for switching it up often and showing new stuff. Enjoy your weekend. I'm off to Australia on tour. See you in a couple weeks. Hey, have fun in Australia, Emmett. That's awesome. I got a buddy that lives out there on the Gold Coast. That's fantastic. Have fun out there.
Will do. Thanks, buddy.
See ya. Everybody else, anything before we go? Anything on anybody's mind? Any questions? This is last call for me because I'm going to be gone I'm not back until the 9th, so you're not going to get a chance to talk to me. I know it's very sad, but I'm going to be on vacation. We're back on the 9th. I know you're all going to be very upset, but don't worry. Enid's going to take care of you. Darius is here. Everybody's going to be able to do their stuff, and they're awesome. So you might not even miss me at all. So anyway, Ina, anything before we go? Anything?
Very good, very good.
Okay. Guys, thanks for coming in. As always, see you soon. Have a great
All right.
weekend.
Have a good
Thanks, Rob.
weekend.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Enid.